A community in distress. The story of the Tekedo, Kusimi, and Eweregbene communities, oil spill, and their cry for justice.
I am the chairman of International Human Rights Delta State. Ambassador John Lawson is my name. Yeah, we are in the village right now. Tekedo, Kusimi, Agwatu community.
This story begins in the once peaceful communities of Tekedo, Kusimi, and Eweregbene in Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State in the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. A land richly blessed with fertile soil, abundant rivers, dense mangrove forests, and resilient people whose lives have for generations revolved around farming and fishing. Long before crude oil was discovered in these communities, the people lived in harmony with nature. Their rivers provided fish in abundance. Their farmlands yielded cassava, yam, maize, vegetables, plantain, and other economic crops. Children swam freely in the creeks, while the elders depended on the rivers for transportation and their daily livelihood.
My name is Chief Tony Tekedo, the Zembido way of Obijo, Warri Kingdom. And the name of my community is Tekedo Kusimi Community, Egwatu, in Obijo land. This spill occurred on the 19th of March this year.
On the 19th day of March 2026, crude oil gushed into the surrounding environment from petroleum facilities belonging to Heritage Energy Operational Services Limited, an oil company operating within these communities. Thick black crude oil spread rapidly across the creeks, rivers, farmlands, and vegetation. Within hours, what had once been the source of the people's livelihood became a source of devastation. The once clear waters turned black. The air became filled with the pungent smell of crude oil.
The black oil, it don't kill our cassava. If we are planted safe, we know the see planted they eat again. No hungry now we dey. Our men who go and plant for that one, me with my children see they cut, they go worry, they go sell. All of them don't die finish.
My name na Alex. I'm a son of Tekedo community.
Yes.
Frankly speaking, this oil where it pollute our area, so we dey suffering, we dey suffer.
I beg, una consider us because we were the village. Yeah, this community water not the number one. Hospital not the number two. Now God now dey help us. But this oil one na carry come so it won't finish us. Hungry 1 kilo so hungry 1 kilo because of this oil. Hungry 1 kilo so hungry 1 kilo.
Fish floated lifeless on the surface of the water. Farm crops began to wither. Palm trees, other economic trees, and surrounding vegetation gradually died. The livelihood of an entire people was suddenly brought to a standstill.
Frankly speaking, the oil, fish where we dey catch for our domot before, now fish no dey catch. We no dey catch fish. Our net don spoil. When you go Warri, buy net for Warri, which is 100,000 naira for a bundle. And we carry am come here. We take am enter river now, oil don spoil and finish. You can see the oil being where the cooking and the water side, the oil cool us. Cool the water side. And the end up with all is left.
My clothes just spoil, they full back for there. If I want, I don't fall, don't say my body. I'm not going to use clothes again.
So no water to
No
wash.
water, no water, the water, the salt water.
Water to drink.
You don't say now God give us rain, so that we don't drink water. Oh, we water for recon. Water how bad? We got for recon and 500 naira. So they buy a cup for you. We dey die. She herself, now they wear. Like me, I don't feel 2 times so.
For fishermen, every fishing expenditure ended in disappointment. Their nets returned coated with crude oil instead of fish. Farmers watched helplessly as crops cultivated through months of hard labor became contaminated beyond recovery. Women who depended on processing fish and agricultural produce lost their only source of income. Children became exposed to polluted drinking water. Many residents began to complain of persistent coughs, skin irritation, eye problems, headaches, and breathing difficulties associated with prolonged exposure to hydrocarbon pollution.
So we are passing a lot of stress, danger. They cannot even breathe well. You can even see it, and skin disease and the rest.
The oil will not be fresh water for water side again. Suffering number one does start. Our children say the oil now the odor they disturb them. Cough, catarrh. Even this mama, so because of this oil she faints.
See the suffer, one with the suffer. No clinic, nothing. Our children they cough. We know they feel they wash.
Domestic animals also suffered. The ecosystem that had sustained generations was collapsing. The economic consequences soon became devastating. Families that had once fed themselves comfortably became dependent on borrowed food. Despite the enormous suffering, meaningful intervention remained slow. The affected communities reported the incident to Heritage Energy Operational Services Limited, the operating oil company in the area, as well as the relevant government agencies. Expectations were high. The people believed that immediate containment, remediation, and compensation would follow. Instead, they were met with delay, silence, and uncertainty.
When this spill happened, none of my community people fit go out for their normal duties.
Oil don't kill all the fish, finish for the river. Now this fish now we take the manage. God give us fish more to feed ourselves with our children. They train our children, they go school. Now the fish, now oil don't kill all the fish them.
All year where they operate on the river, now you can spoil all our things. This is a Tekedo community. We the verse. Frankly speaking, we the verse.
Each passing day allowed the pollution to spread further. Every rainfall carried crude oil into additional portions of farmland and waterways because crude oil continued to flow from the facilities of Heritage Energy Operational Services Limited.
The oil see they come back to back till now. I'm telling you, even now we reach water side, oil full, all spoil all our fishes and the net and the rest, back to back.
The suffering multiplied. The community's frustration gradually transformed into a collective demand for justice. Their demands were never unreasonable. They called for the immediate containment of the spill. They demanded a comprehensive environmental cleanup and remediation of all polluted sites. They requested an independent environmental impact assessment. They sought adequate compensations for destroyed farms, fishing equipment, lost income, damaged economic trees, polluted rivers, and all other losses suffered by individuals and families. They demanded access to clean and safe drinking water. They requested urgent medical intervention for affected residents who were gradually dying as a result of the oil spill. They insisted that the company adopt effective measures to prevent future spills. They further demanded meaningful corporate social responsibility projects that will assist the communities in rebuilding what had been lost.
We are feeling badly, in fact. No way to live our normal life again. The thing is affected all the community indigenous. That is why we cry out to the world to come and intervene for this spill.
Now they can't help us. The company went there, you know they help us.
So since now the company never come here.
They never come here.
They no bring medicine, come give us.
No.
They no bring food, come give us.
No.
What of water?
No. God know they sleep, now God they bring water. So now the rain water now they manage.
Heritage, oh yeah, be killing us. Heritage, we never even see with eye, but the oil be suffering us in this river in this Tekedo community. So I'm appealing to President Tinubu, come and help us. We need your helping hand. Come and help us. And that it is been suffering us.
These demands reflect not merely economic interests, but fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, including the rights to dignity, livelihood, and a healthy environment, as recognized by Nigerian courts and human rights jurisprudence. Environmental justice is not a privilege. It is both a legal and moral obligation. Oil companies operating within host communities owe a duty of care to prevent environmental degradation, respond promptly to oil spills, remediate polluted sites, and adequately compensate victims where negligence or operational failures, as alleged in this case, result in environmental damage. Government regulatory agencies equally bear the responsibility of ensuring compliance with environmental standards and protecting citizens from avoidable ecological disasters. The tragedy experienced by these communities mirrors the painful reality of many communities across the Niger Delta, where decades of oil exploitation have often generated enormous wealth for the nation while leaving host communities with polluted rivers, degraded farmlands, poverty, disease, and shattered livelihoods. The people are not asking for charity. They seek justice. They ask that those responsible acknowledge the damage caused, restore the environment, compensate affected persons, and ensure that future generations inherit a land capable of sustaining life.
Members of the International Human Rights Protectors Forum Delta State Chapter, we are pleading with the authorities of Heritage Oil Company Limited to come and take over and ensure that the indigenes of this community live a normal life which they have been living before this oil spillage.
Until meaningful remediation is undertaken, every polluted river remains a reminder of broken promises. Every destroyed farm tells the story of lost hope. Every struggling fisherman reflects the true cost of environmental neglect. The voice of these communities is therefore a call not only to oil companies operating in the area, but also to government institutions, environmental regulators, civil society organizations, and the international community. It is a call for accountability. It is a call for environmental restoration. It is a call for justice delayed in environmental matters often means ecosystems permanently destroyed, livelihoods permanently lost, and generations permanently impoverished. The story of these communities is more than an environmental disaster. It is the story of resilience in the face of suffering. It is the story of ordinary people standing together to defend their land, their heritage, and their future. And until justice is achieved, their voices will continue to echo across the creeks and rivers of the Niger Delta, reminding the world that environmental protection is not merely about preserving nature, it is about preserving human life, dignity, and hope.